Where did this error come from?
The scale of your problem determines your wealth. If you are watching this, chances are you feel stuck. You're working hard, you're putting in the hours, but your bank account isn't reflecting the effort. I recently had a conversation with a friend who has built a multi-billion-dollar empire, and I told him the same thing. I said, "I'm working 14 hours a day, but I'm not breaking through." He looked at me and said something that completely shattered my mindset. He said, "You aren't stuck because you aren't working hard enough. You're stuck because you are solving the wrong size of a problem." Here is the fundamental rule of wealth creation. The size of your business is directly tied to the size of the problem you solve. If you want to make $100,000 a year, you can solve a small, local problem. Maybe you run a great local agency, or you are a skilled consultant. That's a small problem. But if you want to make $100 million or $1 billion, you cannot solve small problems. You have to solve continental, systemic issues. Think about it. How do you become a billionaire in Africa? You don't do it by opening another coffee shop. You do it by solving Africa's power grid, its infrastructure, or its security. The vocabulary of wealth requires you to stop thinking locally and start thinking globally. You need to look for problems that affect millions of people, not just a few dozen. So, how do you solve these massive, continental problems without needing billions in capital upfront? The answer is leverage, and specifically the low risk-reward ratio. Most traditional business models are backwards. You put in $20 to make $5. That is high risk, low reward. The billionaire framework flips this. You find a way to put in $5 to make $20. You achieve this by leveraging other people's assets. Look at Uber. They are one of the most valuable companies in the world, yet they own 0 cars. They leverage the assets that other people already owned. Look at Airbnb. They own 0 hotels. They leverage the empty rooms in people's homes. Host. When you combine leverage with a low risk-reward ratio, you can scale massively. You solve a massive problem without taking on massive personal risk. Building a monster company isn't about working harder. It's about finding the right scale of the problem and applying the right leverage. But here is the question you have to ask yourself. What is the exact business model you can start building today that uses this framework? I'm going to break down the exact business model I'm using right now to apply this $5 to $20 leverage framework in the next video. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss it. Until then, stop solving small problems.